Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, saluting Earth Day on April 22nd with an ongoing commitment to help offset carbon emissions with sustainable harvesting of Missouri forests. Details at choosewood.com.
Welcome to St. Louis on the Air. I'm Rachel Lippman. It's starting to feel more like summer in St. Louis. After all the recent rain, the season officially started last Friday with the summer solstice. And on that summer solstice day last week, more than 1,000 cities in 120 countries gathered to play music. It's a coordinated effort called Make Music Day that began in France in 1982. Across the St. Louis area, in places like Frontenac, University City, and the Central West End, people joined the festivities. St. Louis Public Radio's Alexis Moore has the story.
At Evangeline's Bistro and Music House in the Central West End, there's a buzz in the air. It's not just the buzz of the patrons, but the hum of the speakers and instruments. Yes, it's raining on this day, as it has so often lately, and you can see the gloomy sky through the dining room's giant windows, but there's no stopping the anticipation of the music. There's not many people yet, but those who have braved the weather eye the stage. That's where Richard Trollis, John Marshall, and Carl Pandolfi, performing as the vendors of substance, are getting ready to play. In addition to their original music, they echo the restaurant's New Orleans-style food with another staple of that same city, jazz. That's Dizzy Gillespie's A Night in Tunisia. This song is often a big band affair, but here it's played with only a drum, an upright bass, and a piano. And not just any piano, a Jackson piano. You might have seen these pianos around St. Louis. They're colorful, painted pianos, scattered in places such as the Delmar Loop and the Central West End. Joe Jackson is the owner of Jackson Pianos. On a day like today, Jackson and his team are running around the city to make sure those instruments stay dry from the rain.
We deal with the logistics of how to get them there, how to set them up, how to get them back down, because after a piano gets rained on, which is the worst thing in the world, you easily can add a couple 100 pounds to that piano.
Jackson is a strong supporter of Make Music Day. He says he works with Evangelines on a regular basis because of what it means to a community of musicians.
Evangeline's is a location that we deal with constantly. I don't know if you looked inside, but we always have two pianos in Evangeline's because Don, the owner, is so committed to music. He has live music every night of the week, and he is what we hope to see more all over the city, where musicians are growing, they have paid jobs, people can go out, experience really good, authentic acoustic music. It's our dream come true.
The Don he's referring to is Don Bailey, owner of the Bistro. Bailey says he looks forward to the community Make Music Day brings.
I think it's really cool that it brings everybody together, and then what I try to do here is make it so you don't get bored. You got you get 45 minutes of music. Not that if you listen to these people for a long time you get bored, but 45 minutes you got a new person coming in. And it's all different genres. I think it's a great thing to bring musicians together to network with each other and see what each other's doing and say hi and give each other hugs and get up on stage and play instruments and I think that's good for music fans to see that as well.
A sense of camaraderie seems baked into Make Music Day. As the vendors of substance leave the stage, there's a hearty laugh from Sharon Bear. She jams with her husband, Doug Foner, as part of a duo. Here's them playing Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny. For Sharon Bear, today reaches deep into a personal history.
I started playing the bass violin in 1969, and music sort of chose me. You know, it's something that's been a part of my life ever since I started playing. So Make Music Day is something that I've lived by primarily.
It's clear that spirit is the bedrock, and not just for a day like today. St. Louis's local music industry depends on those who make music their life. Again, here's Joe Jackson of Jackson Pianos.
Make Music Day was a really great partnership for us because it celebrates basically our industry, what we need to survive. We need musicians. We need people understanding that music is part of how our culture advances and heals and develops. And our personal perspective is that reading, writing, and arithmetic, but music, it needs to be there too. It's a critical component that doesn't get the attention that it needs.
Make Music Day celebrates the value of music. It's a way of coming together, a means of connecting, and there's power in performing for an audience. Though it rained for most of the day, it did stop, eventually. As the weather cleared, more people stepped outside to play. One of those people was Tommy Watsuda. About 2 miles away in the Del Mar Loop, Watsuda's Make Music Day contribution was something you don't see very often.
I am a tap dancer.
Shuffling on a wooden board outside the Moonrise Hotel, Watsuda taps over Miles Davis's So What and other jazz classics, which played through a speaker beside him. He says Make Music Day is a way for his art to reach the community.
I first decided to do it because when I saw like a posting on social media, and I was like, that's really cool. It looks like that it's a big community event, and it's a lot of these artists coming together to make music for everyone that's in the community so they can listen and just be exposed to different artists and hear different types of music. So as a tap dancer, since I'm not necessarily a musician that plays an instrument, my instrument is my tap shoes. So to have a part in Make Music Day and to represent tap dance is what's really cool for me. So that's what I'm trying to do here.
Watsuda says Make Music Day is about connecting with community.
A day like today, it gives people like me an opportunity to get out and get eyes, because I'm not necessarily, like I said, I'm not necessarily a musician that can get booked as a solo artist. Since I have to, use pre-recorded music, I usually have to be with a group that's playing music. So to be able to come out and just do my thing and just have fun with interact with everyone like yourself, just to be out here and sharing what I do, that's what Make Music Day I think is all about, bringing people together.
Today is about blending a love of music and community. And for at least one day out of the year, St. Louis is a small part of a worldwide celebration.
That's Alexis Moore bringing you the local sights and sounds of Make Music Day, a worldwide celebration that happened earlier this month. This is St. Louis on the Air on St. Louis Public Radio, 90.7 KWMU.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, saluting Earth Day on April 22nd with an ongoing commitment to help offset carbon emissions with sustainable harvesting of Missouri forests. Details at choosewood.com.